What's going on, folks, and welcome into this special edition of Talk Birdie Me here on Sports Tree. As always, I'm your host, Connor Roundtree, and Talk Birdie Me is presented to you by Everyday Freight. Help your business coordinate a commercial shipment from one skid up to full loads all across North America. Everyday Freight for your shipping needs. Now, Everyday Freight, they're shipping us out to Rome. That's where we're going. It's the Ryder Cup on European soil. The Marco Simone Golf and Country Club is the host. This rough is very thick, by the way. So we're gonna break into this. Golf tournament. We'll talk about the course a little bit. Then we'll talk about the teams, the head-to-head matchup. Who's going to win, Team USA or Team Europe? We already have a bet placed on that. And then we're going to look at some individual performances and some guys, some head-to-head matchups, some Europeans versus some Americans. And then we'll give you some things to look out for before the pods are set. We don't know what the pods are going to be yet, so make sure you stay tuned to Sports Tree. Pick up our pick package over on sportstree.ca. We'll have a Ryder Cup pick package with some of the picks we talked about today, some extra head-to-head matchups, and then we will add all the pod matchups, the head-to-head matchups throughout the tournament. Who wins the foursomes, who wins the four balls, all that fun stuff. The head-to-head matchups on Sunday. We'll have it all for you on sportstree.ca under our Ryder Cup pick package. But let's jump right into this. Break down Marco Simone Golf and Country Club. And one of the things that I really want to focus on while we break down this Ryder Cup is the form that Europe is currently in. The fact that the Americans haven't won on European soil in over 30 years. And the course history. So current form, history of the event, and course history all favor Europe in my opinion here. If we look at the top European players, Rory McIlroy, he finished 5th here in 2022. Tommy Fleetwood finished as a runner-up here in 2021. Nicholas Højgaard won here in 2021 and has a pair of top fives here in 3 appearances. Furthermore, guys like Robert McIntyre, he won the Italian Open here in 2022. He also finished right behind Rory at the Scottish Open, so we know the young Scot can hold his muster, if you will. He can go out and go low while the pressure is on him, and that's one of the reasons why I like Robert McIntyre to finish as the top European rookie. Ludwig Aberg, he's definitely the best rookie golfer for this European team. However, the course history for Robert McIntyre and the fact that he's 4-1 to finish as the top European rookie, you bet, let's say you bet a $100 unit, you walk away with 5 units. You walk away with $500. That's not so bad. I like his course history, and I think that DP World Tour victory at this track in 2022 will help him. I think he knows what it takes to go out and win here. He's going to have confidence here, and I just think the number there is very good looking. Another place I want to play Bobby Mack is against Brian Harman. I'm not so high on Brian Harman's recent form coming into this Ryder Cup. I think he's more of a filler spot where Robert McIntyre is going to be going out there and making some moves. When you look at these head-to-head matchups, who's going to get more points, you also have to factor in who's going to play more events, right? And that's why I like my next head-to-head matchup. I really like Terrell Hatton. I think there's a good chance that Terrell Hatton could play all 5 events. He could play in the foursomes matchup and the 4-ball matchup on day 1, foursome and 4-ball on day 2, and then obviously the singles matchups. That's all 5 of the categorical competitions in this event, and I think that he will play all of them because he's a fiery golfer. He's that guy that you don't want to play against in match play, and that's why I like him to beat Max Homa. I think head-to-head, I think Max Homa just isn't going to have that same stuff. Yes, he had a great President's Cup, but this is the Ryder's Cup. We've seen him decline a little bit over this season on the greens, and I think a fiery Terrell Hatton will get more points than Max Homa. I also think situationally, Terrell Hatton will be in the field more. I'm not sure if Max Homa is going to play all 5 events in this Ryder Cup like I think Terrell Hatton probably should and will. So that gives Hatton an edge to get extra points over Max Homa, and that's why I'm going to take that Terrell Hatton bet at dash 120. So we've talked about the course history and some head-to-head matchups heading into this Ryder Cup, and I think that sets up fairly well for what we're going to talk about next, the head-to-head matchup. Team Europe was a plus 137 underdog when this opened up a few weeks ago, at least when I jumped on Team Europe, when I made my 5-unit bet. Now they're even money. They're plus 100. The Americans have actually become the underdog at plus 110. So clearly there's a betting trend. Money is coming in on Europe, and I think more money should be coming in on Europe. If we look at recent form over the last 36 rounds, Rory, Victor, Scotty, and Tommy, those are the top 4 players in the field, Tommy Fleetwood that is, that have ranked in strokes gained per round over the last 36 rounds. 3 out of those 4 are European. In contrast, if we look at the bottom 4 players in the field, 3 out of those 4 are American. Recent form completely favors the European team. Course history favors the European team. So this is a great opportunity to hit that European team, even at even money. Although the numbers dropped from plus 137 to plus 100, it's still even money in an open competition that completely favors this European team. The Americans haven't won on European soil in 30 years. The best golfers in recent form are Europeans. The worst golfers in recent form are Americans. The course history favors the Europeans. Multiple winners at this track are on Team Europe. And they're not even the big guns. So this is just looking so good for Team Europe. So I'm going to be locking in Team Europe to win this. Now that we've locked up our prop bets and our overall pick for this tournament, there's one more prop bet that I want to look out for, and it's a hole-in-one. If you head over to Bet365, the hole-in-one number for this tournament is 3.5 to 1. There are 5 separate events going on where those holes are going to be attacked. These par 3s are actually pretty easy. So there's going to be opportunities for the best golfers in the world to have multiple opportunities to get holes in one throughout 5 events. I like that. I like that possibility. It's one of the most competitive competitions. Plus, it's a Ryder Cup. It wouldn't be complete without a hole-in-one. So let's lock in a hole-in-one. 3.5 to 1. Put down $100. You walk away with $450. That doesn't sound too shabby to me. Now, before we get out of here, folks, there is no trivia question today, and we don't know what the pairings are going to be yet, but one pairing that I do want you to look out for is Xander Schauffele and Patrick Cantlay. They have never lost an international competition while playing together. They've won a couple of President's Cups, and they've won the Ryder Cup together. This is both of their second Ryder Cups, so there is something to look out for there. When those pods come out, I will probably be betting on Xander Schauffele and Patrick Cantlay, no matter who they're going against. These guys are best friends. They play together. They feed off of each other. And it's like Patrick Cantlay's slow style of play very much so feeds in with Xander's ball striking capabilities. And I just think these guys are such a deadly duo. The proof is in the pudding that will be a bet that we will be looking for in the future here. So make sure you head over to sportstree.ca, sign up, check it, take a look at all of our pre-tournament Ryder Cup bets right now, and then we'll have some live bets throughout the week. Folks, I'm Connor Roundtree. This was Talk Birdie Me, presented to you by Everyday Freight, and enjoy the Ryder Cup. Go Europe.